Okay, y'all. So I've been getting a lot of DMs, questions, and even people trying to set up calls and meetings in regards to this BT Communications Ambassadorship program. And look, I do not blame y'all. However, instead of me, repeating myself and talking over and over again, I just decided to make one video so y'all can get everything all in one beat. I'm talking about all things on how I got selected, what helped me stand out, what the program was actually like, and what recruiters are looking for, and advice for anyone trying to get into programs like BT Next Gen. And honestly, this is the type of video I wish I had when I was trying to figure this out all by myself. So let's get into it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you subscribe because I'll be sharing more entertainment industry insight, behind the scenes experiences, and media career advice. And also, be sure to check out all my BET vlogs on my YouTube page. Before I even get into the questions, I want to give you all context on why BET is so important to me. My relationship with BET started when I was about 7 years old. My dad actually snuck me into 106 in Park at Universal Studios City Walk during the BET experience. I want to say it was around 2007. And I remember just sitting there completely locked in, seeing the stage, the artist, the production, the energy. And when I tell you it was everything, that moment really shaped how I saw media, culture, and storytelling all within entertainment. Growing up after that, I didn't just watch BT casually. I studied it. I paid attention to the interviews, award shows, the digital content, the storytelling, the many ways moments were rolled out online. I was locked in on all of it. Fast forward, I had the opportunity to become part of the inaugural 2025 BT Communications cohort. And through that, I supported many major cultural moments such as the 56th and 57th NAACP Image Awards, 2025 BET Awards and Experience, and other live events as a content creator and digital storyteller. And what really changed everything for me was realizing I wasn't just watching culture anymore. I was helping translate it in real time across digital platforms. That's when I really understood that entertainment today isn't just about being in the room. It's about how you extend the room online. One of the biggest questions I got was, how did you get selected? And honestly, I don't think it came down to just one thing. I think what helped me stand out was alignment. My experience, my interests, and my digital presence already reflected the type of work I wanted to do. And I think your digital footprint matters way more than people realize. It's not just about follower count, it's about your voice, your consistency, your storytelling, and how you show up online. And I want to be clear, you don't need 100,000 followers to get opportunities in this space. What matters more is, can you communicate clearly? Can you tell stories? Can you build community? Do you actually understand culture? Another thing that helped me is that I wasn't just interested in entertainment from a surface level. I pay attention to strategy, rollout campaigns, audience engagement, branding, digital storytelling, and how cultural moves across platforms. And I also wasn't waiting for permission to start creating. Before any of this, I was already creating content, attending events, networking, documenting experiences, and building presence. Because opportunities usually don't create who you are, they expand what you're already doing. Another question I got a lot was, what was the program actually like? And I'm gonna be honest, it was way more hands-on than people think. Yes, there are exciting moments. Yes, you get to be around celebrities. Yes, you're at these major cultural events. Yes, there's entertainment involved, but it's also real work. You have to move professionally in fast-paced environments. You have to communicate clearly. You cannot wear your emotions on your sleeve. You have to adapt very quickly. And you have to understand timing, branding, and discretion is so important. One thing I learned very quickly is that access and professionalism always go together. The more people trust how you move, the more opportunities you would get access to. And one of my favorite parts, honestly, was the people. Not just talent or celebrities, but the creatives, coordinators, producers, photographers, strategists, and everyone behind the scenes making the magic happen. I really realized in these moments how important digital storytelling is. Moments don't just live on stage anymore, they live online through content, conversation, and real community. So if you're watching this and thinking about applying in the future or now, here's my real advice. First, don't wait for the application to open before you start preparing. Your digital presence should already reflect what you're interested in. Your Instagram is already functioning like a resume, whether you realize it or not. Second, build proof of interest. Create content, start documenting your journey, interview people, cover events, and build a portfolio of your work. Third, network digitally. A lot of opportunities start from consistent engagement, real conversations, and building relationships online. And fourth, stop trying to look important and focus on being valuable. People in this industry can tell very quickly who is authentic and who is not. Like, you cannot fake the funk in this industry at all. And lastly, confidence is so important, but it comes from preparation. When you put in the work early, you show up differently in every room you enter. If there's one thing I want you to take from this video is, don't wait to be chosen before you start becoming the person ready for the opportunity. A lot of what I experienced did not happen overnight. It came from consistency, curiosity, storytelling, networking, and just continuing to show up even when I didn't want to. And now being able to grow within spaces like BET feels like a full circle moment, okay? Some of my favorite moments as a BET Communications ambassador was probably when I walked Tyla down the red carpet. That was amazing. She was just like really so down to earth. I also got to have a moment with Keke Palmer as well as Tiana Taylor. Oh my gosh, and Issa Rae. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, it's definitely limitless on the people you will meet. However, you definitely have to be professional. There is no taking pictures or anything while you are working on the red carpet. Now, after, do what you want to do, but at the end of the day, professionalism is key. Another favorite part of mine about being a part of this cohort was the fact that we were actually able to network linear. A lot of the individuals a part of this program, literally all regions of the US, from the east to the west to the south to the north. And I just feel like it felt like college in a way. It allowed all of us to make group chats and have FaceTime calls. But even more enough, my birthday was in October and CultureCon, you know me, I'm always working. I went to New York for CultureCon and it just so happened to be during my birthday as well. And you already know who I hit up. I hit up all of my BT Com ambassadors within the cohort who lived in New York or just in that area. And we all were able to connect. I had a birthday dinner. A lot of them pulled up. I actually was able to stay with one of my friends who was in the cohort with me. She let me lodge with her while I was in New York because, child, you already know. So at the end of the day, through this though, you can hear community is key. I didn't go into this program knowing these people, but I can say I left with lifelong friends. We don't just work these opportunities to seize the moment of getting a check. It's really about building relationships. And that's something that I think we all should realize and take away from this. Yes, we are having the opportunities to be around all of these cool tentpole events and around these celebrities. But when we get along and when we are able to actually connect, we prevail in ways that we really don't even know because it's really spiritual. It allows us to not only pour back into each other, but sometimes, like when I'm going through it creatively, or if I hit a certain wall that I feel like has been put up against me, I call my cohort a lot of the times and they bring me up, they pick me up. We might be even feeling the same way through that shared experience, that you are not alone. And it also allows you to then, it forces you to get more into a solutionist mindset because if you have 4 ambassadors who are feeling the same way, we all know at the end of the day, we gotta get to it, we gotta get to the bag, and we're gonna pull each other out of that. So it's less of a lonely road. It also allows you to stay in the lane of individuals you need to be around. I feel like programs such as this are very, very important because like I said, not only are you working with these individuals, but they can potentially become your BT family, which is really what it's all about. Because what they say, BT, we got you. And I definitely got my cohort, and my cohort, I know they definitely got me. I also had the opportunity to visit BT's headquarters in New York City. Times Square at that. Now that was a vibe. I was able to just, walk around the office of Paramount, see the different floors, see the industry leaders that make it all happen behind the scenes. And that moment taught me continue to network, stay inspired, always seek knowledge because you don't know everything. Like you may feel as though if you are a Gen Z and you work in social media and the digital space that you know it all, but you don't because a lot of the strategies that they're pulling from are the basic 4 M's to marketing or whatever. So I felt like just always be open to grow. Definitely talk to everybody. Make sure y'all have LinkedIn downloaded on your phone because some people have Instagram. Some people will share their contact information, such as email or number, but it's nothing like being savvy and ready to type in that LinkedIn. I also would say have your resume on hand, meaning the PDF on your phone, because you never know when you'll be able to forward that over to an industry leader. Never be afraid to send cold emails or DMs. Definitely don't abuse it, but if you get someone's contact information, use it in the right way. Don't just hit them up seeking opportunities or anything. More so, reach out to them and set up a Zoom meeting. Ask them if they can answer some questions that you have in regards to a passion project you are currently working on. Make it meaningful to the point where you're not just talking to them, but it is genuine and you're genuinely creating a relationship. It's like with a friend. You wouldn't just go up to a friend and ask them to do something for you because they're going to feel used. So, on the same token, kind of just always put yourself in the realm of a receiver. How would this be received? And I feel like through anything, through those morals and really just living throughout that, not only will you connect with the right people, but you'll also get the results that eventually will want. Know everything about BET. So y'all should be following them on all social channels. You should be looking at their website very frequently. Know what TV programs are currently running. Know what movies are streaming on BET Plus. There's also different formats of BET, such as BET Current, BET Social. We have BT Her. So just like genuinely upskilling and always just knowing what's going on with the organization, I feel like will always set you apart. When you are at these cultural tentpole events, please make sure you eat breakfast. Like, do not come to work and just come drinking water, coffee, tea, because it will eventually damper on you. And when I say damper on you, I mean it will affect your mood, your actual physical ability to operate. We're standing for hours throughout the day, whether we are capturing content, escorting talent down the red carpet, or literally getting the red carpet together. So if you over there in the corner talking about your headache, that has nothing to do with the run of the show. Like, we make sure the production is happening. We are the run of show. So if you're not taking care of yourself, how can you really commit? So I always tell people, make sure you bring water, make sure you have any allergy meds on deck. You also are eating breakfast. Carry some snacks with you, obviously portable snacks, and breathe. Make sure you all stay breathing. Sometimes in these spaces, you might get fanned out or something, but again, professionalism is key. So we take our deep breaths in like this. Here, let's do one together. Deep breath in our nose, deep breath out. And I like to do this at least 3 times to really like reset my body. So it looks something like this. And typically, when I do that, not only does it calm me, it recenters me, it lets me know everything is okay, and I'm breathing again. Because 9 times out of 10, when you are having anxiety or a stress filled moment, you're not breathing. So definitely use that tip. I also advise people to get QR codes on your phone. So if you are wanting to network with people, such as provide them like, a Blink card or your social media accounts, take time to structure that in a way that is easily transferable and digestible. Tell people what you're doing. Don't limit your capabilities. If you are at an event and you did a great job, one, you should be updating your resume immediately, as well as your portfolio. And two, make that social post, whether it's on LinkedIn or Instagram. Never be afraid to gas yourself up, because if you don't, who will? And like I said, digital footprint is very important. So it also needs to reflect your resume. So if you're at an event, you are supporting the red carpet, logistics, whatever, you should be displaying that on your social media as well. Y'all, sometimes things will be paid and sometimes they won't be. However, it's really up to you and your why. Don't look across. I feel like a lot of the times people compare themselves to others in the cohort, such as like, well, they got this opportunity or they're doing this. But check it out. We can't do that. I know it's easier said than done, and a lot of us typically admit that like, oh, I would never compare myself to others, but we all do it. And I feel like the best way to compare yourself is maybe to look up to somebody, but never allow someone else's journey to overtake your steps. Because at the end of the day, what's for you is for you, and it will never ever miss you. So I feel as though never compare yourself to the other ambassadors in your cohort. If there's something that is of similar interest, or if you have a question, rely on that relationship. Don't abuse that relationship. Build on that relationship and rely on it. That's what we are there for. We are there to connect across the board. Looking to your left and to your right. That's the way we're supposed to be connecting. Also, y'all, like I was saying, sometimes things are going to be paid, sometimes they won't be. But it's really about your why and what do you want to get out of this. I feel like anything you do in life is what you put in. So you cannot really use my experience or someone else's and be like, okay, they did that, so I'm going to get it too. No. What are you willing to do? What work are you willing to do? What experiences are you willing to miss out on to go to the BET Awards? What sacrifices do you have to make to buy that flight? What sacrifices do you have to make to travel miles and miles across the country to get to that event just so you could work it? You know what I mean? Like, you really, really, really have to want this. It's not going to come to you. BT is not going to come with open arms and be like, oh, yeah, like, here's this, here's that. No, you have to come hungry and wanting this. Like, they may provide the opportunity, you apply, you get in, but after that, you need to keep fighting. Like, it's not sweet. Just because you get in the program, it's not sweet. You should still be hungry. You should still be open for knowledge, asking questions, and connecting with everybody. BT Next Gen applications are open from May 11th through May 22nd. I would definitely apply because, like I said, this program is life changing. It's beyond just being in the presence of entertainment. It's allowing you to really immerse yourself in all things Black media. And I feel like that is just an amazing opportunity that nobody should ever take advantage of. Again, my name is Jordan Sweet. I'm a 2025 BET Communications Ambassador. I hope this video was everything that you expected. I hope I answered all of your questions. If I did not answer your questions, please drop below in the comment section your question, and I will for sure directly respond to it. I promise. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss the drop on all authentic storytelling, fashion, and entertainment through my lens. And always remember, please be bold, be patient, and keep creating. Now go apply. Hurry up. I hope to see you at the 2026 BET Awards.